We're going to start right about here because today's July 6th, Farghini, right?
Yeah, happy
of
2018.
Happy 4th of July, gentlemen.
Yes. We had a day off.
I had a great time by myself.
You did. You looked. What were you having? Aperol spritzers?
I don't even remember because I got so drunk. But happy 4th of July.
4th of July.
I got Farghini to my right. I got Buddy to my left. I'm Alejandro. People, let's talk about cars. Yo, hit it, buddy.
Wow, you said Buddy.
I don't know.
What happened? It's an actual full transition.
Hang on a second.
You're transitioning?
Okay, go on. What are we going to talk about today? What are we going to talk about today?
Well, I was thinking because Farshad has been dealing with one of his friends all day long, and it's like we haven't got anything done. We didn't get to film today. We didn't do anything.
Nothing. Also, it's 120 degrees.
It is. It's really hot. So,
by the way, it really is 120 degrees.
Yeah. And I just wanted to cover one of these topics because your friend he's got a few criteria. He's looking for a car, guys, and I think that we're gonna ask you guys for help on this one too because you all may be able to help us get through this dilemma here.
Yeah, you guys do have a lot of great recommendations.
Yeah. So essentially, Farshad has a friend who's looking for a car. He has a $1,000 to $1,500 budget, and
is that correct?
Correct.
And
exactly. Correct.
He's in real estate, so he needs to be able to roll up to like a $20 million house to show it off, but he also needs to be able to get pussy.
And it has to be a sports car.
And it has to be a sports car.
In a sports car look.
Yes.
Something that will be okay in front of a $20 million house.
Correct.
And will get you pussy.
Correct.
Just by looking at it.
Correct.
So at a club, they're going to park it outside, look at it. Those are all their requirements.
That's it.
And we came up with some great alternatives for him or great...
Well, hold on. Let's talk about real quick where Farshad started. Let's talk. I want to cover that really quick.
Hang on. Let me just remind everyone. I don't know if you guys follow the other channel where we just do the vlog and whatnot. Farghini had a budget of about $1,000, right?
Yeah.
About $1,000 for his last car, for his Raptor that he got.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get an SVR that was $130,000
Yes.
for the $1,000. Like he legitimately went in there like
the payments came out to like $1,800 a month. It's like nowhere close.
And also they discounted the living shit out of that for those payments to be that. And even then, Farshad's like, no, it's got to be at $1,000. And they're like, it's impossible. This is a $130,000 car.
I know.
So this is Farshad's style. Go on.
Yeah. So what was the car that he actually was pitching all day?
So on his vision board, okay, he had.
Hang on.
He's got a vision board.
Yes.
The car that Farghini was pitching all day, an AMG GTS.
I thought because the price,
150 grand, 150 grand.
And then I forgot it's an AMG product, so we can't get that big discount.
That's right.
I realized
not for a lease,
that.
But you could finance one that just came in because of the depreciation on the GTS.
I know, but it's
so strong.
He wants a lease also.
So it has to be a lease.
Yeah, it has to be a lease. So GTR, so that was out of the price range. He really wants a 911, but I don't think that can.
No,
I don't think that could be possible.
Not in a great condition. 911.
Yeah, the new, but it's got to be new, like a new base 911.
So what are your recommendations?
So my recommendation, and it actually came up from Sergio. He did something good today. A BMW i8.
And we all
and that's the one. Like
I think that's the one because the second he goes to that dealership, they're gonna be like, "Please take this one.
Please.
We'll give you some money, and you don't even have to pay us a month. Don't worry about it." I think that the looks, carbon fiber, the sound, even if it's fake inside,
you get the doors, man. You get the butterfly doors.
What do we always talk about?
Billionaire doors.
It's the doors.
Billionaire doors.
And we've also talked about like. What is like the supercar for non-car people?
Right, because the other issue is he does not know how to drive a sports car. He's going to be scraping the front, messing up the wheels, all these kind of things. But I think the i8 is the most non-car friendly.
And honestly, I'm just gonna put it out there. I kind of wish that I would have just gone in and done that.
Yeah.
As stupid as it is,
instead of listening to Farghini with his fucking, I'm just gonna get $1,000 payment on the $150,000 car. Jesus Christ. Mine was a Corvette.
I don't think he's gonna go Corvette. He's not gonna
gonna say if I wanted to impress anyone, I don't think I'd use a Corvette, but to a lot of people, the Corvette has a lot of appeal, dude.
I do, but I don't think
it looks like a supercar.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
It has the noise.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
It's comfy. It's easy to drive.
Realistically, you could be in the market for a $20 million house, right? You pull up.
Yeah.
and your broker pulls up in a Corvette.
I'm saying me, I would not like dig it.
Okay,
but I'm saying there's a lot of non-car people that love the fucking vet.
Yeah.
And they do see it as a, oh my God, a Corvette.
Yeah.
We're a rare case. We know what cars are, what their pricing is, and all that stuff. Most people don't.
Yeah, but also the name cachet is big play here.
But is your friend is your friend American?
No, he's Mexican.
He's Mexican.
Yeah, a cocky Mexican.
A Corvette would go well. A Corvette would. But that would actually be the play.
But he sees himself as a more upscale gentleman than
he sees himself like an Audi gentleman, right?
Yeah, and he has an Audi A6 now. Like so.
Okay.
So he is.
You know what?
Wow,
but that's true
Mexicans.
though. Like you think about it. What would you see at a valet? Would you see an i8 or a Corvette at a valet?
That's
a Spider right there.
The i8
Spider.
It's good luck, right?
Yes.
Okay, can I tell you guys what I came up with? Actually, I didn't come up with. Someone else in the office.
Go ahead, please.
Was it Corey?
Corey
came up with it.
Yeah.
The Lexus LC500.
That is a great.
I loved it when we were in Seattle. That was. Oh my God, I love that car.
I love that car too.
The power, the sound, the quality, the looks.
The only problem is this might not be supercar enough for him.
That's kind of true. That's kind of true.
The thing about the i8 is those doors really set it apart in that department, right? Wherever you go, you have a funky car that looks different. It's got different cuts, like
and no one has to know it's a 3-cylinder. No one has to know that
the sound
is fake.
Well, the sound's fake.
No one
in
has
your
to know.
Raptors.
No one has to know you got
thinner than a bicycle.
No one has to know you got a great deal at the dealership because they had to unload them. No one has to know any of that kind of stuff.
And most people don't know those things. Which is great.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is great. And I was doing like some confirmation work, and you were too on eBay. Like I was on Lease Trader, you were on eBay, and we were kind of like just seeing what was available. And all three of those cars fall within like the 1,300 range.
Yeah. What would you guys take personally from those three cars?
i8.
I hate the i8. I guess the i8.
If it's for the reasons that he's saying, the i8. If it's just for me, the LC.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
What about you?
I love the LC. The LC was awesome. I would still go with the i8.
Yeah.
No.
I would still go with the i8.
The bells and whistles get you.
You would go with the i8 too?
Yeah, because the bells and whistles.
You can't even get in or out of it.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
That's why. You've never been
in
in
to do an i8 just to see him get in
You
it.
would never be able to fit in it.
By the way, you brought up a really good point with the i8 though. Because if he wants it for the ladies are going to have a hard time
getting in and out.
With the skirt.
Yeah.
Well, it's good news and bad news. The bad news is the bad news is it's hard for them to get in. Good news is for us to just stand right there.
Should we go ahead and get into good news, bad news right now? And we'll just end the show.
Your boy's going to get a sneak peek into what's presented later that night for him.
Guys, if we get him
an i8.
Guys, if we get him an i8, we'll find a volunteer to come.
He'll get the butterfly doors with the butterfly look.
Oh my God. a look into the butterfly.
There you
go. We'll have to practice that with him. We'll practice like how a lady should get in the car with the skirt.
Sounds good. Sounds absolutely like a great challenge.
Because it could be a bad first date also if he doesn't. Like, could you imagine?
And also, we should train him to tell him, like, oh, by the way, just to be a real gentleman, like, let me show you, lady. The way to do it is by.
We should teach him some words like carbon fiber and this, so he can impress
the lady.
He's like showing the radio. See, look, it's carbon fiber radio.
Which, by the way, I kind of wish that he wasn't so hung up on it being like a sports supercar kind of thing. Like, there's so many options that he could get the flex on. You know what I mean?
Panamera. Like we talked about that.
A non-black label Navigator would be
he didn't even get
that he won't do.
No, I understand.
We got to keep it nimble and sharp.
I understand. It's all because of the pussy. Like,
what about a Raptor? Oh,
well, that's maybe a little bit. And we said a Panamera.
Panamera would be a great if I can convince him that it is a sports car.
Yeah,
it happens to have.
But the thing is, it's to him, it has to look like a sports car, and that's the thing.
And the fascinating thing is, we all pick cars based on specs and this and that. He is purely picking on
the three,
just like literally
things.
Like the way it looks, how a girl's gonna see it. He doesn't care. He really doesn't care about anything else. We could put a 4-cylinder in. Like,
what a
amazing,
life.
right?
Can I tell you something? I'm jealous of your friend. I am a little jealous of.
We look at the amount of money we have to pay, and we see how much performance we get out of it, right? And we try to find the max.
Oh yeah.
He's just like, yeah, which one gonna get some pussy? Yeah.
Well, another one that I was thinking was what about, and this one will fall way under his range, but What about like a 4C, like an Alpha 4C? Like those are nimble and somewhat
I think
sporty.
it's too
Like,
girly.
No, and also it's very difficult to drive. Correct?
It's just a pain in the ass to get in and out.
Yeah,
And it doesn't have like bells and whistles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't.
but
It's one of those cars that you really need to be a car guy to buy that car.
Buddy, always remember this. Always remember the girl coming in the car. Just that's all he cares about.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah,
gotta just
I hear
think.
you.
You
I
gotta
hear
think about that part.
But
that
I
part
was
of
also
it.
thinking because like we saw in the news that the 4C is actually being killed off in North America.
That's
like
right.
they're ending the and this is just the coupe.
Not the convertible.
Yeah,
They're
not the
keeping
convertible. The Spider they're keeping. And I was just thinking maybe that would be something that, you know, it would at least hold value for him. But then,
He doesn't care.
but then again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because he's just doing a lease anyways.
You just want to come in and out and
Literally, yes,
and,
literally,
you know,
literally, he'd like to come in
basically
and out.
that's all he wants. That's it.
But so
Hopefully more coming in.
with the Alpha, like that's what is it, 65,000,
Yeah,
65,000? Like
Great value.
I honestly I can't even remember the last time I even saw one on the road. So I don't even know how I feel about it leaving the
They're
North
very
America
nice
lineup.
looking. There's like a few weird things about like
you
how
gotta
they're built.
Yeah, you gotta be a
but
hardcore.
You gotta be a hardcore car guy to appreciate those cars.
Well, we've seen it out at Danny's, but I just like I don't remember ever like seeing one on the road.
I don't think they sold many of them either.
No, and every time I see someone that has one, just goes, "This is the best car you can get for the money." By the way, like literally, there's nothing that comes close. Like I wouldn't even buy.
that's an Alpha guy?
Hang on. By the way, I wouldn't even buy a Ferrari at this point. Like this car just has everything.
By the way, he has to tell you that.
It's nimble. Yeah, of course, because he's stuck with it.
Yeah, of course.
He's telling you, "Yeah, I'm not going to buy a Ferrari because I can't. Just not going to.
this is
buy
great.
It. This
No,
is
this is
awesome."
Let me just save my money and put it all into
Let
that.
me just pay this one off.
But it's true. The Alphas going out with they're not selling that many. Although my favorite one is the coupe. I like the coupe better than the Spider.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's got an
I'm a
interesting.
coupe guy.
Honestly, kind of from the side, it looks
Looks
like
like a Regera a little
yeah,
bit.
it looks like a mini Regera.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
That's
I was
why
gonna
I
say.
like the coupe. It's got a great like side profile. No,
It's too small for me. I
you
see nothing.
legitimately
I like
you would legitimately not be able to get in that car.
my feet wouldn't even be able to.
The Miata might have more space than that.
No way.
It's kind of strange.
Yeah,
dude.
I actually
swear
believe.
to
Yeah, I
God.
think
Yeah,
so.
it's really weird.
We got to go get one. And we need to try it out.
Because it's like a monocoque tub or something.
We need it. It's okay. We need.
We're all monococks right here. Bunch of monococks right here.
Hey, that's our name. Our new group, Monocoques.
Yes,
The monococks.
We're gonna call the podcast Monococks.
That's
Monocoques.
incredible. The monococks. Wow.
Monocoques.
We're definitely getting.
MONO.
Oh no! It's okay. Don't worry about
I
it.
can't do the math.
Corey, can you message Brendan right now and have him do a logo for us called the Monococks?
Hey, can you see if monocoques.com is available? Or dot something else?
But monocoque like a monocoque cockpit, not like cock.
No. MANOCOCK.
Aren't they spelled the same way?
No, it's MO, not MA.
Mono.
It's
Mon-
MO.
Okay,
MONO. Cock.
MONOCOCK.
But I don't think it's COCK.
Yeah, it is.
But can we do it COCK?
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry. Monocoque.com is taken.
God damn it!
No, monocoque is COQUE.
Cox.com is available.
Which one? Which one?
Monocoques.
No. It's monocoque. MONOCOQUE.
Buddy, no one would ever spell that. No one will ever
how it's
spell.
spelled.
I know, but no one's ever going to spell that.
But
I
we'll,
can't
get,
even-
we'll get
spell
both. We'll get
monocoque
both,
with a
and we'll do a redirect to the
QE.
proper one.
Yeah, there we
We'll
go.
do redirects.
I like
Mono-
redirecting.
Yeah, that's
And
what
on
that's what we're doing.
stage,
That's what we do on the
welcome-
podcast.
And on stage, welcome to Monocoques.
What is?
Monocoque with a QE.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah,
Really?
It is. Sorry, buddy.
I know. I just bought it. You guys want to buy it?
No, I'm good, thank you. what a great partner.
The monocoques.
I bought this for the three of us. You guys want to buy it?
That sounds like somebody's.
Hey,
What are the
shit.
What are the shirts going to look
That
like?
sounds like another brand.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
In other car news, since the, I mean, you
By the
guys,
way,
you
yeah.
guys clearly didn't want to talk about the 4C, so we're just gonna move on.
There's not a lot to talk about that car.
It's not that big of a car. Not much of a.
Farshad doesn't even fit. We'll find the car to fit Farshad into.
No, that sounds like a good
I
idea.
think that'd be fun.
Okay, this is a car for my friend, not me. Remember, we're getting my friend.
No.
a car.
We're still getting you a 4C so we can see if you can fit or not.
Okay.
We're already
Okay.
beyond the friend topic.
Here we go.
Are you doing good news, bad news right now?
Yeah,
What are
here
you,
we go.
what are you doing?
Sorry.
We're falling off the rails, and we're not even 8 minutes into the podcast.
Are you serious?
Wait,
Yeah.
I feel like we've been talking for 35
I
minutes.
swear I thought
Holy
the same
shit.
No, 15 minutes.
The
15
heat's
minutes.
really getting me.
It really is. It's shutting us down.
In my
We just need to
pants.
drag this out another 45
Okay,
minutes.
here we go.
What do you got there?
Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is the new S-Class has been spied on the roads in its camo, and it's got an interesting ventilation system on the front of the camo that makes me think that it may come with the Pan American bullshit grill.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
Every time the new S-Class drops,
Yeah.
it's like a massive event in the car world because this is a car that showcases the craziest technology on earth. And when it comes out, there's nothing that comes close to it for
there's
like 2 years.
There's two kind of technologies that they always release. One world-class stuff you've never seen before that's going to revolutionize your life. And second, world-class stuff that you've never seen in your life that's complete shit and is never going to work right.
like
Do you agree?
like the perfume thing.
The perfume thing, magic ride
that
control.
was great. That was great. I had that in the one that I was using, and oh my god, it was incredible.
Oh yeah, the magic carpet ride.
Do you agree that it's 50-50? You're going to get some really dope stuff and then you're going to get some really horrible stuff.
You know what I've never been able to get to work in any luxury cars is the headphones that come with the luxury cars.
I've never even tried it.
Have you never?
No.
You've never even tried it.
So
No.
you don't need the headphones in your navigator. You don't need it. You just
I
said
need them for
they don't
whenever-
work.
for whenever we go to Monterey.
Okay.
I need them.
No, you don't. You're gonna be driving. We need them. We need them.
Yeah,
we need them.
I need.
I'm not going to be driving there. Get out of here. Now I know how this works. I ain't going to be driving there. No, I'm sorry, guys. You guys took advantage of it for 2 years. We're done. We're done.
Okay.
Wait, what car were we talking about? Why are we talking
were talking about the
Monterey?
new
Oh,
S-Class.
S-Class.
that's
Wow.
By the way, on the spy shots, did you see the weird little things on the doors also? I don't know if you noticed that. If you look at on the doors, they've got these weird panels on the doors.
No, I did not notice.
So there's something's brewing on the doors.
What's interesting to me is that the screen inside, if you're looking at the car, it doesn't look like those two screens are together like in the E-Wagon. It looks like they're separating those screens into the one in front of you and the other one they're going to put it like right in the middle.
Yeah.
But that's going to be special, right?
Yeah, well, it's an S-Class. It's got to be
Look,
special, dude.
honestly, they may not be doing actual door handles this time. Like it.
What does it look like to you? Because I didn't see it.
It looks like
close.
they're hiding the door handles. That's all that
Yeah.
happens.
And by the way, the S-Class is the car that you'll see crazy shit like no door handles.
Yeah, it could have it.
and like
Absolutely.
whatever the craziest thing is. And you know what, buddy? They can't get this wrong. They got one shot at this.
No. And also Mercedes always knocks it out of the park.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
come on,
That-
this
that-
is the one
yeah.
car on earth, like the one regular car that doesn't do all these crazy shit like on the track and whatever that
Yeah.
I always get excited about.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
dude.
this one, like, it looks like they're doing a much beefier, like, front grill, like that Pan American grill. And is it Pan American grill or Panamera grill? No, Porsche Panamera, Pan American
No
grill,
idea.
Pan American grill. So they're doing this Pan American grill. I guarantee you, they've got to be doing it on because it gives it that gives it the presence
Muscle look.
that a Rolls Royce and a Bentley has, right? Like
Yeah,
that
those
big,
grills,
nice front.
you're right.
And I think that this is what's going to bring the S-Class back into that game, back into a competitor with these other guys.
Do we think this is going to be a evolution of what we're seeing in the S-Class now? Or is this going to be like, we ain't never seen nothing like this before?
No. I think we're at that point where everything should be the latest, greatest, and this should be insane. Like whatever we're gonna see out of this
I'm getting
one,
goosebumps. Like, I
yeah,
can't
whatever
wait.
we're gonna see out of this car should be impressive as fuck.
Yeah.
Of course,
There's
but I think there's still
no
going to be
more
like an
time.
evolution to it, though. There's just still going to be like some design language from the old one, but not enough.
Yeah, but it's an S-Class,
Of course, but like just like the new G-Wagon refresh. Of course, it still had like the boxy features, but they made it a little more rounded. They did a new grille. They did new interior. Like
suspension,
like
everything.
they did it all, but it still had that
Remains
that
the essence.
G-Wagon.
Yeah. No, this will have the essence. Do you think now? By the way, now that the SVJ, the Aventador SVJ, is crushing the ring record from the GT2 RS, right? Do you think a platform like that can live on for 10 years in today's market? Like the Aventador goes on, like Lamborghini's big V12 car used to have a span life of about 10 years.
Yeah. Yes, back then, but now moving forward, those days are gone.
Yeah,
I think you got max
I
6
agree. I
years.
agree with you. I think 5-6 years. That's what we're seeing with what McLaren is doing as well. Is they're not continuing a line. They're just improving, right? They're creating a new line within that series, right? That's what we're going to start seeing with everyone else. It's just they're building such a massive infrastructure for a particular car that the time and money that they put into it, it's difficult to replace that under 10 years, you know?
Like, this is weird. Like, it's a weird time in the car industry right now with everything that's going on. I don't know, like the S-Class has, what was it, probably 6-7 years?
It was always, first of all, it was always 10 years. Back in the 80s and 90s. 80s and 90s, it was 10 years. And they brought it down to like 6, 7.
No, it's 8 years. If you think, hang on, this is a 2020, so it's maybe 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you think the S-Class can do that still?
No, not moving forward. No, no, too much competition,
car,
too
right?
much technology.
Yeah, because there's too many cars coming out of every single other manufacturer, right?
Because the thing is, usually what they do is third year in, you're starting on your refresh. You're working on the newest one in 6 years, right? Because it's also the lease cycles when people lease cars. So you can't. Because the thing is, if you're waiting for another 6-7 years for the new car to come out, Audi will already have like the next whatever. You're going to be many years behind on what those two guys have.
And that's the thing. It's Audi coming out with a car, and now everyone coming out with an SUV. Even Lamborghini now. Your S-Class has to compete with the Lamborghini Urus, if you will.
You really got to sit back and look at the landscape now, because the landscape's different when the current S-Class was being developed. The landscape was different than it is today.
Yeah. Well, I want you guys to think about something. The cars are the most expensive they've ever been.
S-Classes are 200 grand.
Yeah, they are.
Agreed?
Absolutely.
They are making more cars than they've ever made, right?
Yes.
There are more models within each car model than ever before.
Yep.
There are more brands than ever before.
Yep.
We have the largest outstanding bad loans in car history ever.
Yep.
We're going into an era where there's going to be subscriptions to things where not ownership is king. People are realizing that, I don't need to own it. I can just rent it.
Payments are king.
Well, payments, and now from payments it went to rental fleets.
Yep.
You can rent 17 cars with $2,500 a month.
Right.
That's where it's going. Don't you guys see something wrong here? Like, we're going with production all the way to the top of the world, like making the most cars ever, yet no one wants to buy them, and you're going to have to fucking offer them in 17 different ways for one guy to be able to say, yeah, I'll pay the $2,500 so I can have them all. What do you, like, this market is about to get absurd,
but also
like absurd.
Yeah, but also they're factories, they're manufacturers. They need to be making stuff, because, factories will make stuff even
but that's the other thing. I think car makers and manufacturers are having right now, car makers are the manufacturers. I think the manufacturers and the dealers are having the worst relationship they've had.
We've heard this multiple times.
Ever, probably in the past 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
Why? Because whenever you go into profits, let's say BMW or Mercedes, whenever you go into a company, just to simplify things, if you're going to invest in, let's say, Mercedes stock, right? You're going to buy Mercedes paper. You're going to invest in Mercedes paper. If you're going to invest in Mercedes paper, the relationship between profits from the company and the worth of that stock don't go hand in hand. It's not like the better the returns and the profits from a company are going, that the stock will have to go up. If there's bad news on something like a scandal, even though it's not real, stock will take a punish, will be punished and go down.
It's affected by emotional.
Because it's an emotional thing. So yet we're telling every single CEO in the world, hey man, your only job here is to get me the craziest return so that we can tell people and get them excited.
Yep.
So the job of a CEO is not anymore like planning ahead the future vision of the company and what's coming, but it's like a hype man.
Yep.
He's a hype man for the brand.
That's exactly right.
Right? So these dudes that run these companies are telling everyone that they're killing it. Like Ford. Wasn't the Ford guy from Europe making fun of Elon Musk and like, oh, cute about your cars, man. Yeah, they're reporting that they have like an 8% growth of like this quarter, I think, or whatever it is. Let me just say, do you think Ford dealerships are selling really 8% more cars? They're making every dealer buy more cars. They're doing the Maserati thing, not to the level where Maserati's doing it, where every car is sold, but they're saying you now got to buy all of these. You got to buy all of these cars that are rentals, right? Your used cars,
they're loopholes.
All that. So they're making you spend, say, $250,000 a month on used cars that no one will buy from you. So they're creating a problem right now. That relationship cannot live like that.
No, the supply and demand is going to get crazy.
Because the car makers cannot make sales directly just by selling it to the dealer. That's bullshit. And also, people are going to say, well, why don't the dealerships just say no? Because if you say no, they're going to stop giving you the good cars.
Yeah, they're going to
stop
say
giving
no to you. Yeah. By the way, the manufacturer is off the hook once he pans it off to the dealership. Like, you know what I mean? The dealership at the end of the day has the more difficult job, I think.
Correct.
Because you have to take
That's what I'm
unwanted, unneeded, undesirable inventory.
That's what I'm saying, because the car maker just goes, by the way, guys, no one wants this car. You got to buy it. You. And then you deal with it however you can. That's no way of working together.
No.
So now it's impossible that we're keeping these cars for 10 years. And it's impossible that we keep making more and more cars now.
Yeah.
And also, Mercedes is making that fucking S-Class, and they're proudly announcing that they're not making it a full electric.
What?
They're not going to have a full electric S-Class.
They're not going to do a full electric.
They legitimately said, and no, we're not making this a full electric S-Class.
That's a little crazy to me, because I thought that with this next iteration that there would definitely 100% be an electric S-Class.
But there's a new EQ line, you know, the all electric. I believe there is a S-Class type
But
of vehicle.
they're mentally challenged if they're thinking that that's going to pay off. You're going to create a brand new line, different R&D, different everything. Started from scratch, rather than grabbing your best car and give it an electric power plant.
Pop some batteries in.
Like what I don't understand though is, why do people think that an electric car needs a new design language? Like why does it need to be a completely?
It can be the same fucking car, all electric. Why is
so
not
funny.
every S-Class offer, like you have the S600 with the V12? Why cannot you just have the full electric car?
And everybody everybody has to use electric blue, like
Yeah. That's really, really funny.
Why? Why did they change it? Like I'm buying an electric car. It needs to look like a spaceship, like
Mercedes,
something I've never seen
Mercedes
before.
like we're making electric cars. All new shapes for everyone.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
No, keep your inventory, keep your cars. This is why VW is going to kill it, right?
Yeah.
In 2 or 3 years, they're going to be destroying it, because every car, by accident, every car that they made, they had to make an electric version so they can show the world that they're better people, so that their CEO can cheer the company ahead with profits.
And hopefully not go to jail.
But that's a big problem.
Yeah. Which by the way, I found out that there were some people from McLaren actually in Virginia this past week, and they were visiting.
Hey, how interesting is that? What's in Virginia?
So in Virginia, this is what I found out. They were some research guys, and they were looking to meet with somebody over a hybrid drivetrain or a hybrid powertrain. McLaren was, and the people that I know that are in Virginia are the VW Group and Audi.
So do you think they're going to Audi, which Audi in return and VW Group is going back to Rimac for their latest acquisition? And now McLaren, that had a direct shot at just buying them or working together with them, has to go through this monster
That's the new mafia system.
Yeah.
Hey, you want some of this over here? Come on.
If that's that, I'm so happy for Mate.
Isn't that awesome?
Isn't that awesome? Happy for Mate.
And guess what? Now the VW Group gets to see the schematics and drawings and plans of McLaren's.
No, but so I saw Mate made it really clear, because there was another company, I can't remember the name, that just announced that they are doing an electric car, and Rimac was doing the powertrain on it. But that car company is also a subsidiary of the Volkswagen Group. They're not here in North America, and they were surprised when they found out that Porsche was making an investment.
Yeah.
So all of these different groups, they're not talking to each other completely and clearly yet. Like it's all still a work in progress. But one thing that Mate said is he is priding himself on the secrecy, the ability to make sure that anybody that comes and works with him, nobody's going to be coming and seeing like what's going on with McLaren, or nobody's going to come see what's going on with Porsche. Like all of it's going to be separate
for him.
So I'm glad to see that he is focusing on that, because that secrecy is going to go a long way for him and his company, and being able to prove that you can keep those secrets. Because everyone...
Oh, it's well worth a lot of money. That
if the Volkswagen Group, if the departments aren't talking to each other about Mate, all they got to do is send one group email to all the employees, right? Here's Mate and here's his phone number, and that's it, right?
Can you imagine? Just wake him up in the middle of the night.
Just one email.
Hey, Mate, we're trying to install this new power charger.
Mate doesn't sound like that.
No, I'm saying someone's calling Mate.
Oh, and then, by the way, he's got all the phone numbers. Like when they pop up, it's like Volkswagen, Audi, Lamborghini. He's like, they're all called Porsche.
Oh, what's really going to happen is people are going to start Instagram chatting them, like doing a video chat to him. Hey,
yeah. Oh yeah, he can do all of them together now.
Oh no! Oh no! Can you imagine how busy he is?
What a position! Yeah, but what about all the cool information he gets to know? That's the best part of this.
That is the coolest thing.
Yeah,
ever.
it really is.
Yeah.
It really is. By the way, I wanted to circle back up because you mentioned the SVJ breaking the Nürburgring record, and we haven't talked about that. We haven't talked about it. We've seen it on Instagram. We've seen it on some of the other blogging sites. People are messaging us, but there is a rumor going around that the SVJ has now beat the GT2 RS's production record by 2 seconds.
I'm sorry. Do you think the Volkswagen Group has like some kind of time slot thing where like, all right, for these 3 months, the SVJ is going to be number one. GT2, you're going to be number one these 2 months.
I'd actually not like. Normally, I'd go back to my like. There's no way that Lamborghini pulled those numbers. But after driving that Performante, if it's anywhere near the Performante, it should absolutely be able to do that.
Don't forget the Performante held that record before the GT2 RS came and broke it
for like 2 days.
Yeah,
well,
that literally lasted 2 days.
It was a couple of weeks.
That group didn't have any good favors that month. They're like, no, you only get 2 days.
But now Lambo's coming back, and then who's going to take him out? What VW is going to take him out?
Well, what is it? What's the next Porsche? That's
you know what? Forget about Porsche because Porsche broke the record with the 919. Yep. And now who's saying? Do you know who's saying that they're going to take him down?
Aston Martin Red Bull has said that they're going to easily take it down.
Hold on, they're talking shit like that?
Yeah. No.
The Red Bull guy is, and he's not talking shit like that.
Real quick. Now let's talk about this evolution here. Okay, the hypercars that we had previously known, LaFerrari 918, P1, those are the big boys. 918, what was it? 652?
No, 657.
657. 657, dude. That was hypercar territory. That was next level evolution.
The fastest.
Now here we go. Our new level of hypercars. This Aston Martin Red Bull Valkyrie. They're coming out and going after a fucking Porsche 919
record
that did just over 5 minutes. They're shaving a minute and a half off of the production car record.
I know how they're doing this. I know how they're going to beat him. He's going to drink a Red Bull right before he goes. That's a distinct disadvantage.
What an incredible ad! If they miss out on that one, if the dude does not have a Red Bull before they put him in the car to go,
guys,
what a waste!
It's very simple, guys. He has the Red Bull in his hand. They go, "Are you ready?" Blah blah blah. He goes, "Yeah, hold on 1 second."
Hey, also they better have like I've said this 1,000 times. They better have that Red Bull cup holder in there.
Hey, by the way,
and he puts it in that cup holder and he just rips it around the track. He gets out and finishes it off.
If there's not a Red Bull in a fucking cup holder in the camera while he's doing this thing, they're fucking idiots.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolute fucking idiots, dude.
I know, but I think the right move would be the first one.
Yeah, of course.
Where come into he's like before breaking record. I don't know why he talks.
Why are they all immigrants?
Before breaking record, I drink the Red Bull.
It gives me wings.
Okay, here we go. And he just destroys every record. It's like, wow.
It did give me wings.
I didn't expect that guy with that voice to really perform.
I was
like
really flying.
I was really flying here. That's an incredible feat, but just thinking about where we came so fast, so far along.
Yeah.
And we knew,
so far, so fast.
So far, so fast. That's right. We were talking about the Valkyrie, and we said that car is going to have the numbers of a Formula One-like car. And here we are. They're saying, it's the guy from Red Bull. He's the main guy at Red Bull. He's saying, we're going to we think we have a really good chance of taking that number down with our Valkyrie AMR Pro.
That's crazy to me, man.
I guess they probably run simulators and
and they're saying that the 919 is faster than a Formula One car.
Yeah,
on the ring.
Yeah,
I don't understand how that's possible, but let's go with that.
Wow,
the AMR Pro, there's nothing that makes me doubt that with the cuts of those cars because it's essentially just a little egg in the cabin, right? It's essentially a little egg that's right in the middle of the car. And there's a lot of downforce holes everywhere.
And it's got the power. And it's got the goods.
And it's got the battery power assist. And it's got the massive engine. What else do you need?
And not only that, though,
the weight.
Like when we had someone that worked with Mercedes before, like they even suggested that the Project One was going to break that at the time, the 6 minute 11 second, like the overall track record. Now it makes me it makes me wonder: is it going to be in this territory
Fives.
too?
It's going to be in the fives, yeah.
But
like
you know
high
what?
fives.
But it's not a 919 competitor, right? The Project One.
No,
we know that.
Okay.
We know that.
Hang on,
And-
but the Project One will pull a high fives
Yeah.
or low sixes,
Yeah, yeah,
which is insane for
By the
a
way,
regular car.
I hope
man.
it's in the fives.
And I'm assuming that's what the Valkyrie is going to do as well, right? Because the AMR Pro is that track focus version of it.
Why can fucking McLaren just take the Senna to the ring already?
Yeah.
Why? I want to
They've got
see
to.
that.
They've got to.
I want to see that. I'm dying to see what number comes out of that car. That's going to be a record setter for production lap. Oh, Lamborghini's record's going to last like 2 days.
Hey, maybe they're waiting for that.
They're going to let Lamborghini do their run with their SVJ and go like, yay.
They called Nürburgring and said, "Hey, when
and then
Lamborghini doing theirs?"
and then McLaren goes, okay, we're next.
Yeah.
Boom. Beep, boop.
Wow.
What a tragedy.
Wow.
But we're talking about the AMR Pro. You know, there's another Aston that they're offering me right now. That's a mystery.
Wait, what?
There's like a baby Valkyrie. That's what they called it at first when they approached me and said that that's the case.
No. That can't be.
Now listen to this. Could be a mini Senna or could be something different because now the first approach was it's like a mini Valkyrie. It's going to be $1 million. The story has been changing a little bit, but what it sounds to be like the most common thing between everyone is this story. Remember the two people that got poached from Ferrari by Aston?
Yes.
Okay. You know how they retired the Vanquish?
The name, yeah.
Yeah. They're saying that those guys and new team is developing a mid-engine car, crazy aero, that will look better than any Ferrari and will destroy the performance of any Ferrari. Any. And they're saying any Ferrari. So
these engineers from Ferrari are literally just at Aston just to destroy Ferrari.
I think what they did was they just took those engineers out and are like, now watch us make this car good. Because I don't know why you would take Ferrari engineers to make a better car than a Ferrari. Right? You call McLaren engineers.
So they just sit there all day just watching in spite?
They're like, wow, this is amazing.
But this is the thing, and I've been thinking a lot about it the last couple weeks with Aston. Aston is coming out strong. They're coming out hard, and they're trying to put their foot back in the cement as a car that is desirable at all times. Right? It's been a while since it's felt that way. They're putting a big flagship model up there with the Valkyrie.
Do you remember when we drove the white Ferrari? And I told you that Aston was coming for Ferrari's market, that's exactly the void that had to be.
It was the 458 Spider. It was the episode with the 458
Spider.
Spider.
You remember that?
Yeah.
How many years ago was that? A year
it was
and a half?
over a year, yeah. Yeah, it was down in Costa Mesa.
Here we go.
Wow.
Come on,
They're
man.
coming hard, man. They are. I mean, every single line in here is going to blow it away. I really do hope that they do what they're doing with all these other cars to something like the Rapide. I really hope that they come back with a proper four-door.
With a proper Rapide.
Yeah,
I think now they have the technology. They can license
Farside,
that.
you love the Rapide. I hated it.
Oh, did you drive it?
It wasn't about the driving to me. It was about the functionality of the actual car and what it was
make
made
a car
for.
with 4 doors that only sits 2 people.
Yeah.
Oh, it made no sense, and it was bullshit. But it was a dope car. Like it was still dope.
Yeah.
It's a
mechanical.
V12.
Yeah, because Astons are fun to drive.
Yeah.
They're fun to drive. They give you the full-on experience. But if you're gonna make a 4-door car, like make it usable.
Yeah,
make it for 4 people.
Yeah,
that's just my suggestion.
Are you gonna get the Aston?
Yeah, I told Ivan. I told Ivan to put my name down for one.
Like that's the one to go for. Like the Valkyrie, I think is crazy. It's not practical. But if this is a mini Valkyrie,
yeah, but you know what's up with the Valkyrie. So we don't. That's why there's no need to talk about that Valkyrie right now.
Yeah.
More importantly, what kind of Aston Martin badge you gonna get?
I honestly think once they see my number on that list, they're gonna cross it out.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I think.
Should I put my name on it too? Should I put my name on this one too? Can I sell this later?
No, you have to put a deposit, by the way. Yeah.
Okay. So you put your name.
It's like, all right,
put your name first.
Farshad's I'm out.
And they're looking at this car to come out 2020, 2021, and they're saying that the first time you're going to see it, or we're going to see like renders or something about it, going to be late this year.
The first one's going to be the sketch on a napkin.
You know how it is,
like, here's
right?
the first sketch from a napkin.
Now that car makers have realized that you don't need to put a car show in order to show a car, and you can just put it on your Instagram.
They're just gonna email it to you. They're just gonna email you that. There you go.
It's like a spam email.
Yeah.
Goes into your junk mail.
Here you go. Here's the first sketches.
So more hypercar news. As you guys know, next week is Goodwood. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go. We have a lot of business things that we're dealing with next week that just kind of conflict with our schedule.
And I have my own Goodwood here, so we're good.
And I'm bummed, but business is business, and that's what keeps the ball rolling. And we just got some news that McLaren has teamed back up with Lanzante to drop a new McLaren P1 GT Longtail, and that's going to be shown at Goodwood.
That's correct.
A long tail in Goodwood?
How incredible is that?
All right.
They couldn't have done it any better than that.
No, that's perfect.
Maybe we should go. Maybe I should
just
go.
for that, just for the joke, we should go.
And just so we all know, the P1 LM, the Longtail, that car is the most expensive one that they have. I'm sorry, am I talking about the P1? The F1.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That is the most expensive car that McLaren that you can buy right now. Yeah, there's like 3 cars.
Wow.
If you can get one of those real LTs,
they're like 40-something million, right?
Yeah, they're exactly. That is that's goat material, the greatest of all time. And now they're doing the same thing with the P1. That's really exciting. And it's Lanzante, the same company that did the original one.
They also make
original
coffee.
LT.
They make coffee too, right?
Do they really?
That sounds like it, right?
Lanzante?
No, that's Lavazza.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hey, forgive me, Scoochie.
No, it confused me when it confused me when I saw this headline at first because I remember that Lanzante was already doing something with the P1 GTR. Right, because they were converting P1 GTRs to be road legal, and I thought that's what this was when I read P1 GT Longtail.
LT. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
Lanzante makes 6 cars every 10 years or 20 years.
Sounds about right. And the weird and how crazy is it that every time they do,
it's just like a legend, like a complete hey,
what the fuck? It's like you can just go to the magician and they go, "Don't worry, we got this."
How many cars are you guys making this year? I don't know, 1.5.
This year, none.
Dude, this thing is going to be crazy.
What happens at the Lanzante factory for like the time? What do you do? The dead time. What happened between 1999 and 2012 at the Lanzante factory?
By the way, there's no excuse to be late coming to work.
No. But also, by the way, everyone's going to be like, you guys don't know Lanzante makes, and they're going to tell us everything that they make. I can't wait.
Hold on. I'm going to Google right now. What does Lanzante do?
I cannot wait to get just like a refresher on it.
Or we get sued.
But how incredible is it that every time Lanzante gets one of these F1, P1, whatever it is,
and it's always like a 1 or 2, right?
Well, with the LM, they only made 5.
Oh, man.
And those are worth so much money today.
$40-something million.
No, the new ones, the LMs.
Oh, got it.
They made the LM, and now they're doing the LT, the long tail.
So there's an LM, and then now there's an LM long tail?
I don't know if they're going to call it LM LT. I think it's just the LT, swear to God.
Okay.
It's a P1 GT LT.
Yeah.
By the way, for a company that makes 4 cars, there's a lot of different names. And by the way, the biggest problem with Lanzante is the badging. They need the most.
What if the whole business runs on their whole business model just runs on the fact that whatever their engraver can make as a badge, they'll make. Like the LT is already programmed, right? Do you agree?
Yeah.
And LM, they have LM.
Yeah.
So hang on, they already have the L.
Yeah.
They already have a T and an M.
Yeah. LT. Yeah.
So if you can come up with an MTM, LTL, like they'll make it. But anything in between, like
the most expensive machine they have in their shop is the badge maker to make badges. That's
what I'm saying. Congratulations,
Alejandro. That's why it takes so long. The badges.
I don't know why that's a sound that you make when you make badges. What does Lanzante do?
So they won the 24-hour Le Mans with a F1 GTR in 1995, and ever since then, because of how well they did, they became a service center for used and new McLarens. And so they specialize in also doing like the conversions for McLarens. But
so they legitimately didn't do anything for 10 years.
So a rich dude had a F1, won some races, and then everyone else was like, "Hey, can you service my F1?" And
absolutely.
I mean,
it's gonna be.
I mean, they have a pretty rich like motorsport history as far as like racing is concerned. But as far as doing these conversions, like there can't be a lot that's going on,
right? It's like so many of the. By the way, if we would have started our $10,000 Bugatti oil changes, imagine where we would be by now.
Oh, damn it. Next time I'm going to listen to your bad ideas. Next time I will. How much money would the machine be to lift up the Bugatti alone? Like, it's not worth it. How many people with a Bugatti do you know that are going to bring the Bugatti?
Should we refresh people real quick? So a Bugatti Veyron oil change is about $21,000. So you and I thought, right? Why don't we undercut the market? All we need is a space for one Bugatti
At the time.
and just a one lift. We need one socket, one wrench.
And we'll do it for $10,000.
Like,
Why not? Why
Right?
not? You're undercutting the market by over 50%.
We're the Jiffy Lube of
Bugatti.
Yeah, and we're going to call it $10,000 oil change.
And we'll say that we're Bugatti approved, but not really.
All I know,
But not really. It's going to be like in super
No,
small print.
we'll put Bugatti friendly or Bugatti knows us. Something like we met with the
all I know is whenever
The
you're
CEO
a
took
company,
this picture with us.
whenever you're a company that's coming in.
Hey, by the way, that's all of our credentials. Why are we losing our mind?
What I was going to say is the only thing that I know is that when you're a company that's coming in to specifically undercut the market, all it smells is bad news. That's all.
I already done that. And failed.
I've been there, been there, done that. It didn't work well.
I already was like, I can make that cheaper. I'll go for it.
And then a few months later, I'm losing a lot of money.
Then you realize, oh, that's why it was that expensive. I've learned it all, man. Come on, I fucked up every single possible way.
Oh my God.
No lansante for me.
Hey man, but
Wait, what?
that's how you learn. That's how you got to fuck up to learn, man.
That's right.
That's what it's all about.
How amazing is it that we all, by the way, this is like something to hopefully get rid of people's fears about like doing stuff and trying things and trying new businesses and whatnot. When you play a video game, do you expect to pass that whole thing at once?
No, of course not.
Then why does everybody else expect that same thing from life?
Just like your first shot,
Like,
your first.
the first thing that I take, that's gonna be the one.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna go and fail,
and then when it
lose
fails, they fail.
they're like, that's
they
it,
just-
game
they
over.
crush.
I'm never gonna play this game again. What? What the fuck are you guys doing? What are you guys? What is this? What is this? Please change that mentality. Play this game over and over again. Eventually, you're bound to get far.
Speaking of changing mentality,
Yeah. Oh,
Volkswagen, I don't know if we covered this on the podcast. We may have a while back, but we discovered that Volkswagen was going to stop production on the Beetle.
we did
done.
talk about it a
We
while
did talk about
back.
it.
Yeah.
Like they were done. Like the Beetle was finished as we know it.
The old third world Beetle.
No, the new one.
The Beetle Beetle as we know it now. Like they're gonna stop
The
production.
one that no one was buying. Those.
Yeah, those.
Oh, okay.
Those. Yeah, those. So
I have one. I have one.
That's a special one. Get the fuck out of here.
oh, don't suck up now. You said what you said. Just
Fuck
stick
you.
with what
Fuck
you said
you.
like a man.
That's good news for you if they get rid of them.
Hang on.
Let me get to the topic,
Okay,
man.
okay.
I know it's a slow transition, but we're getting there.
Well, okay, all right, here we go.
So rumor had it that they were stopping production on the Beetle and they were moving away from it. Well, now rumors are coming out that possibly the Beetle is going to come back under their EV line. I believe is
As
what
a
they call it.
four-door. That's right.
As a four-door
Is that
electric
Panamera Beetle? A electric Panamera
Beetle. No,
Beetle?
you remember?
Kinda.
You remember because it has the electric design language.
It looks like the ID. Hang on. God damn it, car makers. God damn it. Just make the car electric. No one needs to know. Like, it's fine. You don't need to do so much more.
So those of you that are listening, the EV line for Volkswagen, and they did it at the LA Auto Show and all the other shows where they were unveiling it. It's like electric lime green with a white top, and all the tires are gray.
And a weird thing. But by the way, that actually looks beautiful.
That looks
as
much
a
better than
four-door.
the old
As
one.
a
Yeah.
four-door, that looks incredible.
Yeah, renders are always great.
I actually think I'm going to tell you this. I actually think this came in at a perfect time. Right after we made our blog that we went to Mexico, right? And we picked up one of these and we were like, hey, man, why don't we just make one of these electric? VW goes, huh. That fucking dirty Mexican is
I
right.
didn't even think about that.
That fucking dirty Mexican is right. We should make this Beetle an electric car and say that it's all of our idea and we were going to do it all along. And they did. And I'm very excited for it.
I think I went down a little bit differently. I think the guy in charge of this to pull the trigger had thoughts of this. He's like, I think I want to do this. I don't know.
I don't think
watches the
anyone-
vlog. Watches
I don't
the
think
vlog.
anyone's stupid enough to do this.
Watches the vlog. And goes, we're doing it.
You know what? I think we're still gonna do it. We're still gonna take these old Beetles and we're gonna convert them. And you know who's got the time to do it for us?
Who?
Lanzante.
That's right.
We're gonna get
hang on.
Lanzante to do it for us.
Once they finish the two LTs, the two P1 LTs,
We're good.
they're gonna have like 7 years to go. You know what I mean? We can easily like jump in there.
No doubt. That's the path.
I honestly, all bullshit aside, all jokes aside, I'm very excited for VW to be doing this. This is going to be a great accident for them.
Yeah.
I think they're going to reap the benefits of this like incredibly well.
I think
it's a great time to invest in VW right now, right?
I
It's
think
at the
I would say
bottom
so.
of the bottom.
I would say so.
I think if it's priced right and the marketing behind it is good, the way like a cool Volkswagen electric, they're going to sell way more electrics than they would regular gas engines.
There's no question. By the way,
because
I heard, I was in a meeting with someone when a big car company's, not the CEO, but the second dude in command walks in and they're having a conversation and the dude goes, I think we fucked up by not going EV like 2 years ago. This main dude, I was just sitting there like, yeah, you did. And then he looked at me. I was like, glad I'm here. I think you're a great guy.
dude, would you not
But true.
agree? Would you not agree that an electric Beetle, like the one that they're showing here, 4 doors, would rule Whole Foods?
You're going to, and college campuses all day.
Air day.
Like
all
son.
day.
Yeah.
They're going to be king. You guys think the Model 3 or this Model Y or whatever, the little tiny
No, because now you
Tesla
come with
that they're doing?
character. Now you're coming
this
with
one,
character,
yes.
right?
This one has a little gnome
Playful.
sitting cross-legged on the dash.
Don't these guys remind you of a good time, like playful?
Yeah.
young?
By the way, you're going to see something you've never seen at a Whole Foods parking lot. You're going to see fist fights among these owners trying to get charging stations. There's going to just be like,
it's not going to be fist fights. It's people that go, come on. They go
it's going to be people.
Whole
It's
Foods and all
going to be
that.
people calling police on each other.
They're going to be like, I'm calling the cops. on you.
You've used it for
This
4
dirty
minutes.
Mexican is using. I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep calling myself that. I just picture everyone's racist towards me
By
today.
the way, do you know? Sorry, off topic.
Yeah.
The new thing now is just calling cops on everyone for everything, and then recording and then putting it on.
And then putting it on like,
Yeah.
how racist was that? That's correct. That's correct. I was reading some jokes that I made on my Facebook like a few years ago.
Oh, you read
And I was
some
like, you
of
know
them to
what?
me.
Oof.
It's really funny. Conservatives fight over handicapped parking spots at Walmarts, and liberals fight over electric charging stations at Whole Foods. That's what triggers both.
What
parties.
an incredible world we live in. I mean,
one big fight.
This reality is fucking amazing. I love it. I love being a part of this.
It's great. That's all I have.
That's all we have for
that's
today.
it. That's it.
I guess no time for nude news.
Nope.
But I wrote.
Hang on, I said nude news.
No, I'm
Hold
not
on.
doing.
Are you
No,
doing
no,
nude
you
news?
already sent us the nude news this week.
Okay. So, buddy, you want to do the transition?
Did he not?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did.
I don't know what
He
happened.
said, "Guys, I'm going to send you a link," and all of a sudden, it's a Pornhub link.
I don't know how I had that. link.
How?
I don't know.
How?
It's a glitch in the whatever iOS thing. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Good news and bad news with Farshad. Give us some good news.
Don't snooze on the bad news.
Here we go. Got some Koenigsegg news.
You got good Koenigsegg news?
actually-
Really?
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
out of here.
The final 2 Koenigsegg Ageras are finally built, aptly named Thor and Vader.
Ah,
So the last 2 Koenigsegg Ageras were created. They're done. Thor and Vader.
I love the space theme, like science
Yeah,
fiction.
yeah. I think it's
love
great.
that.
I don't see how there could be any bad
What's
news.
the bad news?
Thor and Vader will now live out the rest of their lives in a shop.
It is a new way of having your favorite superheroes looked at.
Yeah, exactly.
In a different light.
But no, the important thing about that is that the 2 were built.
That is, yeah. And hang on. And have they gone through their test drive?
They're on tour in Germany now.
So they're out. They're good.
Owners tour.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. So
Yeah.
this is
Okay.
good news.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, this is good news for Koenigsegg.
Of course. Okay. Oh, BMW. We were talking about BMW earlier.
Yep.
What is the good news?
So finally, the BMW 8 Series, the new 8 Series, finally the BMW 8 Series hits the assembly line.
Oh, fine. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good news for BMW.
Yeah.
What's the bad news?
Oh, shit. No, it actually hit the assembly line.
How did we not see that one?
Oh my God.
How did we not see that?
Hey, I'll give you that one because I
was
did
trying
not see it coming.
I was trying to predict the joke. I was like, it hit something. It hit something. And then
I thought he was just going to say the bad news is the BMW 8 Series is getting made. Yeah,
I work on these, homie.
Well
I work on these. All right, here we go. Good news. Actually, more BMW news. A golfer wins BMW i8 Roadster after hitting a hole-in-one.
Get out of here. That's incredible
Hits
news.
a hole-in-one and wins a brand new i8.
What a fucking day for that guy, right?
Yeah.
What's the bad news?
Oh, the golfer had to return the car as it was the wrong hole.
Oh my God.
That was controversial.
Sorry,
that was
sorry,
okay,
everyone. Sorry, everyone.
Sorry,
everyone.
All right, here we go. The wrong hole in one, putting in the wrong hole.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Good news. Oh, Uber in the news. So Uber files a patent for new technology that avoids unsafe areas.
Oh, that is good news.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I've gotten in my. Hey, go ahead. So yes, that is good news. What's the bad news?
Guys, turns out the fastest routes are in the unsafe areas. And by the way, we know it is true.
It is true. I once took my Pagani Y route on a Waze route that made me go up a mountain and down and whatever. It was like the worst street ever. And then at the end of it, when I finally came down, there was people in bicycles.
We were together,
naked.
dude. I think we were together.
Naked. What the fuck?
Like in
the crazy up and then down. Yeah.
Silver Lake.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And then there was naked people in their bicycles. And believe it or not, most people that go naked in public don't have the greatest bodies for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it's true.
Hey, but that is Silver Lake.
Yeah.
What?
That's Silver
Do you
Lake.
have more good news? Far shit's done.
And our final news, San Francisco's in the news.
Okay. What's the good news
so
for
good
San
news.
Francisco?
San Francisco bus fleet will be all electric by 2035. All buses in San Francisco will be
Holy
electric by
shit.
2035.
That's a short
That's
timeline.
great.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
That is honestly great.
It's fantastic.
What's the bad news?
It'll be just in time for the newest wave of homeless people.
Well done.
Hey,
Well done.
at this rate with California and everything
Yes,
that's
yes,
going on,
yes,
absolutely.
yes.
Hey, thank you, everyone.
That's it,
I
man.
thought that was pretty good.
that
No,
was
if I
great.
can
It
say
was
so
good.
myself.
Yes,
If I
yes.
can say so myself. Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you, Farghini.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone at Salamoney.com. We really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. Peace.